Hey guys, welcome to Cultured. It's your girl Bromley, and I know it's been a while, but we're back at it again. And I can't wait for you guys to meet the people that's in front of me. And so let's get to it. Like I said, guys, it's been a while, but I'm glad that I'm able to do this again. I would say I took a break maybe to search for inspiration, who knows? But I'm so glad that I'm able to do this again with the people that is in front of me. So these guys are such a huge part is such an understatement. They are such an inspiration in my life and in the lives of the community that I'm in. And they are a very young couple. And sometimes you wonder, what is it that drives them? What is it that inspires them? Who do they look to for inspiration because of the influence they have in our spheres? And so I can't wait for you to meet them. I'm going to introduce the lady of the family first, and then we'll go to the man of the family. So this lady is absolutely such a source of joy. Look, if you can see her face right now, she's just like smiling. So her name is Deborah Ivanova. And the man of the family is Vladimir Gibona Ivanov. Aw, so sweet. So yes, you guys want to say hi?
Hi guys, such an honor to be on here.
Hello guys.
Thank you, Bromley, for having us.
So thankful.
I'm so blessed to have you guys on. I wanted to talk to you guys about what is it, like even I ask myself these questions on a day-to-day basis, like what is it that drives, we call them Debbie and Bloody, so for short. And I ask myself, like, what is it that gets these guys pumped up, and what is it that makes them wake up in the morning and be as influential as they are?
Wow.
So I just can't wait to leave the floor for you guys. And I think I would want to start off a deep end actually, and ask you the question, like, what is it that what makes you think? What is it that makes your dynamic, or what makes you different from other couples out there?
Wow, straight into the questions, huh?
First, thank you for inviting us. Thank you for for us it's a privilege to be part of your podcast. We are grateful for everything that you do, and we believing that you are touching the life of so many people.
Thank you.
Like doing this. Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Me too. So yeah, that's it. What makes us different than other couples or other people out there? It's such a tricky question because it kind of always leads to comparison. Okay, so look at us, like, how do we do things differently, or how are we better, or even how are they better, or look at them, how perfect is their life? And talking about kingdom culture, it's comparison doesn't build kingdom culture, but it destroys it, in fact. And as I said, whether it's someone looking up to you and thinking, oh, your life is so perfect, oh, you got it all together, or your relationship is #goals, or you're like, oh, look at us, we're totally killing the marriage game, dude. I feel like we as individuals or as couples go through life differently, and we face different challenges. And we have different callings and purposes. And what comparison does is that it steals the joy from your own journey.
Okay.
So I feel like it's very tricky to say. I mean, I definitely know what I love about us as family and in our relationship, but we try to stay away from comparing ourselves to others. So yeah, I don't know. What do you think, buddy?
Yeah, I think that comparison really destroys the culture, and the reason why is because our differences are so beautiful, and they're the thing that makes us like to need each other.
Yeah.
Because God gave me something that someone else need, and God gives like Bromley something that I will need in my life. So we need each other. And the other reason is because God creates only originals. He didn't do like duplicates or copies. So God needs us to be who He made us to be. To be the real us, and to not look to other persons and say, "Oh, I want to be like them."
Yeah, it's really
good. Because God created us to be us. Because He puts unique character in us, unique like talents and gifts.
Yeah.
And the people around you need the real you, need the real creation that God is create you to be.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I feel like, the grass is always greener on the other side. I feel like this question pretty much connects with knowing your identity.
Yeah.
Who you are and what are you created for? What are you here for? What's your purpose? Who you are? And I feel like once you know even bits of the answers of these questions, you know that you're in the right time, in the right place, and and if you're in a relationship, you're with the right person, going through your own journey. And I know that this is beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah.
Go on.
Just one more thing.
Yeah, go for it.
About the comparison, like comparing still from your creativity,
Oh, it's really
because God is the greatest creator. And He's the source of the creativity. So while you look at creation to search for creativity, you will never find, the real source, the thing you can go to God to search for creativity. And if you're doing this, like, you will bring to the world something that the world needs.
Oh, that's really good.
But if you look to someone else, like a source of your creativity, you will bring to the world something that is already there.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Like, I always, like, whenever I think about you guys, I always think that you guys always have to look over like a large number of people, It's like, how do you guys, because they're like we discussed, like, every couple is different from you, and you're not just like watching over couples, you're actually watching over single people. And so how do you accommodate their differences? Like, is there anything that you guys feel is difficult in like managing like so many people, and in turn like bringing that kingdom culture into your surroundings? So how do you accommodate the differences that you see in people?
So God put, something unique in everyone, but the way that, we like to help people like growing in their unique gifts and talents, and be rooted in the kingdom culture, it's just spending time with them. Because you can't see someone and start telling him, oh, like, you have this, you have this, you are such an amazing leader in that sphere of life, like, you need to change this. Like, that's not happening. Like, if you don't have a relationship with the people, like real relationship, like
that's really good.
Friendship, like, it's hard to take something from someone you don't have a relationship with. So this is the one thing that I loved for us as a community, as a Zoe church. Like, this is a priority for us, like to have these home groups, and to spend time with people, and to start seeing, by time, like little by little, you start seeing the things that God has put in the life of someone else. And you just, sometimes as a people, we just need a little bit help, a little bit push, to go in the unknown, to, start trusting God. Yeah. And I have experienced the same thing, because before Pastor Noah asked me, did I want to be the youth pastor? Like, I was thinking, like, this is something that I will never be, because I don't have the gifts for that. I don't have the knowledge for that. So many I don't have. But the thing was that Pastor Noah was seeing in me something that I didn't see.
Wow.
And this is what's happening in the friendship. Like you see something in your friend that he doesn't see in himself, and you just help him to grow.
Yeah, oh, so good.
And I feel like it's also important because sometimes when young couples get married, you don't see them anymore. They're like, okay, now we're married. We no longer have friends who are single. We no longer hang out with our other friends. Now we have to stay home all the time. Now, of course, life is different, but we always try to be close to everyone. Be close to people who are married. Be close to people who are single. We don't want people to feel awkward around us, like us always having our hands on each other, and people are like, okay. No, yeah, we want to be, the same people we were before marriage too, in a way. So yeah, that it creates bridges to all sorts of relationships.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm glad you said that because I actually noticed you guys, like, you guys are a unit and individual units at the same time. Like I've always seen that, like, by the way, for your guys' information, like, Vladi's one of the best skateboarders, according to me, in the world.
Hello. According to me too.
And Debbie there's nothing she's not involved in. Like we got sick of talking about what she's involved in. She sings, she makes movies, and she's just like a vital part of our church. So when you see them in our community, or like Vladi mentioned, like, they serve in our church community, to see them like together as a group and individually, they're strong as a group and strong individually, which is something that I even aspire, like in the future, like when I have a marriage as well, like I want that to be in our relationship as well, to see two people function together so well and separately as well. So it's amazing to see you guys do that, and like, it's like, since we're talking about like the two of you, like, is there something like first of all, let's talk about like, what is your source? Like every day, what motivates you to like, function the way you do, like every single day?
As individuals?
Let's go with that. Yeah.
Or both.
But maybe a bit of both. Like how how does your daily routines make you function amazingly individually and as a couple?
Yeah. As the individual, for me, helps me so much to spend time, definitely with God. God is my biggest source, but also like there is stuff that bring me joy, like to create something, to create some typography or some design or some poster for church event. Like design it started to be a big part of my life, something that I really love. But also skateboarding, just to go outside, spend time with friends, going on a different spot in different cities and just skating. That also like motivates me to live the fully life, like to don't miss nothing from what God have for me.
That's really good.
And I believe that as individuals, it's super important for us to grow in order for our family to grow. And it's important for us to have that time of the day, whether it's mostly in the mornings for us, but just to have that time where we spend time in the word or in prayer, or we put some worship music on, and I feel like it's a super important part in our lives. And as Vladi said, then doing things that bring us joy and stirs up our passion for life and for what we do, and also like spending time together. But with time I had to realize that, us as girls, we tend to be more clingy. And at the beginning, I wanted to do everything with Vladi, you know. I wanted to have breakfast with him and then go out skateboarding with him. And then I wanted to do some art project with him and then go for a walk with him. And then, you know, I wanted to do everything with him. And I thought that this is fun for both of us.
She thought.
And I would tell people, oh my God, we're having so much fun spending the whole day together nonstop, till I realized that it's not as fun for him. I had to grow to realize that he needs to do the things that bring him life.
That's really good.
And I had to go back to the things that bring me life. And sometimes that's different things. Sometimes it requires alone time. And that's fine.
Wow.
Yeah, but it just took some time.
That's really good, because I think most of the time, like, you know, I think that in the initial stages of relationship, you always see like you want to be with each other, whether it's like a, you know, like a Christian or a non-Christian relation, you see that it's like a common factor. Yeah. But like, I love that you guys, I think that is truly the key to how you guys function individually as well, because not everything you do is always with each other. Like, you guys have your independent things going on. And like, by the way, guys, like them doing a lot of things is, again, an understatement. They do everything, which is just like,
lying.
No, I'm not. Debbie knows I'm not lying. Just ask her what she's going to be doing later on the day. So I constantly, I'm just always in awe. Like, I'm so glad I'm able to do this with you. And when you were saying, like, I think, Vladi, when you mentioned that, like, how Pastor Noah is the pastor of our church. So when he saw that in you, like so many years ago, I remember Debbie. So at the time, Debbie and I didn't know each other that well, but I remember her telling me I think it was at the cafe area of our church, and Debbie was telling me, like, oh, I went on this date with this guy, and he's like, he's over there, and she pointed, and like, I never seen Vladi in my life before, and I was like, okay, nice, like, you know, and I was like, I didn't think anything of Vladi, or like, you know, for me to even, I didn't meet him at that point, but the transition that I saw from that boy, I would say that boy who's standing in the back of the church to leading such a massive youth community is just
crazy.
Madness to me. It can only be God, you know, like it's just, and like how we have such encouraging people in our community, and now you guys have taken that role on to encourage other people to rise up to this, and it's so addictive to see this process, you know, to see like how people grow, and then you grow, you help somebody else grow, and then they're growing. So it's amazing. Like, having said that, do you guys, is there anything that you guys, like, in terms of, like, let's talk about leadership, like, do you guys feel any struggles in helping people? Is there any particular area you feel like, okay, I need to get better at this in terms of leadership?
Oh, definitely. I need to grow in every area of the leadership.
What are you talking about? We're doing great.
You're perfect.
We're perfect.
Yeah, if I have to be honest, like, I'm not really, you know, there is days that I'm not really happy with myself and how I lead people. And there is days that I really enjoy when I see God moving and when I see life of the people changes. And, you know, there is time that we make a youth camp, and we was like, okay, you know, it was good, it was fine. Like, I don't know, did we do something right there, or everything was mistake, or, and after that, like years later, you hear a testimony from someone how, you know, God meet him and heal him, or you know, just have experience with the Holy Spirit, and you are like, okay, like, we do something right. Yeah, but you know, we do mistakes.
Yeah,
we do mistakes, and it's a part of the journey, like, but it's something that shouldn't keep us on the ground for too long.
Yeah,
because I've been there too. Like, I've been there on the depression for months because I don't believe that God is giving me everything that I need to lead this youth community. But thanks God, like He always finds a way. He always finds a way to our hearts. He always finds a way to speak identity over our life and to speak life over ourselves. So thankful.
Going back to the question, I feel like the hardest part about working with people is working with people.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people part is like, for me personally, it's the hardest. Like all the relationships, all the conversations that you need to have, all the challenging things that are happening and conflicts, and I feel like this is always the toughest part for me, because we see that this is an area where we need constantly to receive wisdom, because we definitely cannot do it on our own. So yeah, for me, is that part.
The conflicts are something that I try to avoid really hard.
Oh,
because I'm a really chill person. Like I love to have like good quality time with the people, and you know, I don't like to argue. I don't like conflicts. Yeah, I don't like conflicts, but sometimes conflicts can be such a healthy thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
To help us grow, to help us, you know, just see that sometimes the situation have more than one side, and give us understanding. Like, yeah, I have a few of that conversation with Pastor Noah, and I'm so grateful. Like in the moment, I wasn't that grateful.
I heard.
But after that, I was so grateful, because it's sometimes it's eye-opening. You know, if the person who is standing next to you, and you know, bring the question on the table, bring, you know, the conflict on the table. If this person loves you, and he didn't want just to argue because he don't for the sport, because he don't have what else to do. The conflict can be like such a blessing.
Oh wow. Oh yeah, I can relate. I relate with that. I suffer terribly with like confrontation, but I feel like sometimes God pushes me to be like, no, go talk to that person. Or and it's like, whether you like it or not, when someone's telling you something bad about you, or not bad about you, like when something
challenging.
It's like your flesh is like, it's like,
exactly.
So it's just like, you know, we talk about it in our community. It's like you're actually killing what's coming out from you internally, and being like, no, I need to listen to this because this has helped me grow.
Yeah, totally.
Like, so are you? So Debbie, are you the one that's more like the confrontational one? Like,
I would say there's two parts of me. I can be very confrontational. Like there's things that I don't mind talking about. I don't mind challenging people, and I don't mind the confrontation. But on the other side, I really hate drama.
Okay, yeah.
So sometimes I feel like, should I just avoid the drama and like leave this for next time, or should I, you know, fix things now? So it's always challenging. When I was in high school, oh my goodness. Like,
tell it, girl.
I was the one advocating for everybody, looking for everybody's rights. Like I would confront teachers and be expelled out of classes and stuff. But then in the past few years, like diving deeper into leadership, I've been a little bit more protective of especially how I do it, because I tend to be rude sometimes. You know, you look at me and I'm smiling and cracking up jokes, but sometimes some really rude stuff come out of my mouth that I'm sorry about later. So sometimes I prefer to have some time to think about it.
That's really good.
And to prepare my thoughts and my words.
Oh, so good.
Yeah. And if we're going to tell stories from our school years, I'm going to tell a story too. I remember, this story tells a lot about my personality.
Ooh.
I'm excited.
Yeah. So one of my teachers once said to my parents, "Oh, Vladi, he's the best student I have. Like he's amazing. He just came to class and fell asleep. I don't have any problem with him."
This is how Vladi avoids conflict. That's a smart move.
Yeah, sleep helps sometimes.
Oh wow, that's so good. That's good. Like I want to like, you know, like I think you guys have brought some really good pointers in terms of like, even for me to like, who knows what God's gonna call into my life, but like to be prepared for what, you know, the like people in general, because like in terms of what you guys are doing, people is such a crucial part of your life. Like because you know, that's why we're called leaders, because it's like, you know, you're heading over people. So do you, in terms of your future, like I don't know, I didn't tell you guys to prepare for this question, but here we go. Like where do you guys see yourself in like 5 years?
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
5 or 10 years, let's say.
I think I need a coffee.
Well, as a very good friend of ours says, my favorite color is.
I would intend to change my favorite color to red by the next 5 years.
Chicago Bulls. Well, 5 years. That's like so soon and so far ahead in time.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like we will enter a new chapter in our life as a family, where hopefully we will have some babies.
You're gonna make me cry. Okay.
But we're talking about leadership. No crying here. No babies.
That too, for sure.
Of course, it's part of the game.
It's gonna be leadership there too. You know?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I definitely feel like we'll be doing what we do now. We don't know what's it gonna look like in 5 years, but we're not planning to change the pace of what we're doing. We're not planning to put our passions on hold. We're not planning to be like, oh, you know, we're gonna take a break now. We'll see where we'll be in 5 minutes. 5 minutes, not 5 minutes, 5 years. But we just love our lives and what we do and what we get to be part of, and we're just excited to see it grow. We're excited to see us grow.
Yeah. And one thing that is really burning in our heart is to be obedient to the God's voice. Like,
Oh, that's really good.
doesn't matter where He wanna lead us.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you never know. Like our heart burning for ministry.
Yeah.
Burning to, you know, spend time with people, pray for people, prophesy over people,
So good.
you know, live our life with people.
Yeah.
So
For us, it's kind of like nothing else is worth living for, rather than just seeing the kingdom of God growing here on earth, and for us to being able to partner with Him in what He's doing.
Awesome. Oh, so good. I'm so glad we were able to do this with each other. And I'm sure, like, even for you guys, if those of you who are listening, like, if you have any questions that you want to ask them, because truly they take such significant roles in our community. So if you have any questions that you want to ask them, just feel free to drop it down in the comments, you know, or message me on Instagram.
We'll Google them for you.
Yes, Debbie's got her Google out right now. So I just want to thank you guys again. Like, you don't understand how much of, like, I'm not saying this just for like the podcast, like how much, like I find myself thinking about you guys every other day, like on how you guys do life, you know, like, and how it's so inspirational. Like it's because it's hard to see yourself because you guys are the couple that, you know, but it's so significant, the roles that you play in everybody else's life. And you opened up so many opportunities for me. Like I don't even know. Let's not get into that. Like, let's start crying. But yeah, thank you so much for being who you are. And I just pray like the best things in your life ahead. And but yeah, so we're gonna wrap it up there. And you guys have any closing words?
Yes, we love you so much, and you're the best. And by the way, guys, she's still single.
Yes.
Just saying.
My dad's listening.
Sorry. And she is a great young lady.
Thank you. You hear that? My dad hears it all the time. Like,
And also, you need to go through us.
Oh.
Yeah. We will need to check you first.
Yes.
If
So,
you're interested.
Don't be that confident.
Thank you. I love that. I love
No,
you guys.
but seriously, we love you so much, and
Yeah.
we're so honored to do life with you and to have crossed paths with you. And I'm not gonna.
We love
say
you,
further
Bromley.
things.
Oh, I love you guys.
We love you
thank
so
you so
much.
much. And thank you guys for listening. I know, like I said, it's been a while, but there's more episodes to come and more exciting people coming on here. So thank you for listening, and we'll hear from you guys next time. So that's a bye-bye from us. You guys will say bye.
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 Here's a kiss.